I want to show you a save of a game. As France did okay. Netherlands, France, Nom Nom Germany, excellent. Although Soviets took some of that as well. That was pretty fun. It's 1943, and yeah. Ho ho ho! Baguette is back. The big blue blob. Okay, so that's not the one I'm actually loading. I am loading probably, I assume, this. That looks right. Let's do that and see where we are. Oh, don't forget my hat. You're right. Where did I put that thing? Hang on. Oh, there it is. I got it. Nobody picnic. There you go. Boom. Hey, Admiral Willie. Bum, bum, bum. Why is China there? Oh, it's my puppet. This is a puppeted China. That's why China still exists. It means my name's not as big as it should be, but, you know, we're doing all right. If I go to diplomacy map mode, we can see what's what. Soviet Union we're not technically at war with. They just don't like me. Although I think we're about to start. No, that's right, because we're not in the Axis. We're not in the Axis. But we are at war with the Allies, and America has joined the Allies. That's right. That's what's going on. So it's two separate wars. America's fighting the Axis. They're also fighting the... What are we called again? The... Daitao Kyoiken. Whatever. The Japan is cool faction. So we are in a war against the US of A at this point. Which is, I think, exactly where we ended up last time. Hey, Jesus, thank you very much for the sub. And Vickerman before that with the resub, and a whole bunch of people that I missed during the programming because I was just trying to get her done, if we can do it. Soviets a bigger name than you, that's got to change, yeah. And I mean, the Soviets are in the war against the German Reich, which they'll probably go well for the Soviets, because Germany, like right now, the Axis, in the current state of Hoy, the Axis don't do very well, right? That was really obvious in our Italy game. I mean, Italy itself seems to do okay. Italy and nationalist Spain took out France. But Germany and Japan, the AI, Germany and Japan, do kind of weak sauce. Which is kind of annoying because we've been playing as Axis, or Axis-ish, here's Japan, both times. And we're getting screwed by the fact that the people that we sort of count on as having as our partners aren't doing very well. Like in our Italian game, Italy's done fan-freaking-tastic. We don't like everything as Italy. And it's all going to come crashing down because Germany and Japan are just shit. In this game, it's not so bad because we're not part of the Axis, which is interesting, which means we don't have to fight the Soviet Union, which is great because we do have to focus on America and what they're going to do. Now, hopefully America's going to be distracted enough on the East. I don't know. But they might be coming for me as well. And I don't have a massive navy. They definitely have a much bigger navy than we do. We've got, if we look at navy, no, that's not me, Japan. There we go. We have 252 ships, whereas the United States have probably around 300, you know, plus or minus some amount. So we're not massively outgunned, and if they do have a lot of ships over in the Atlantic, we may actually be able to win that first set of naval wars. So that's okay. Zachary's asking, your AI pathfinding was from scratch? We didn't do like a pathfinding system in the programming tutorial we just finished. We just like pointed at a thing, but it's easy to write A-star. We did that as a tutorial more than once, actually. If you check my programming channel, which is youtube.com/quill18creates, you can find some A-star tutorials in there. So let's review our tech, because I don't remember anything about where we are. It's 1942. We're apparently behind on our artillery. Our infantry is good. We don't have mechanized yet, and really, with all the island hopping and stuff, I don't know how much this would play out. If we do go against the Soviets, then getting more tanks and more mechanized is going to be something we have to do. Got a Marines up over there, support battalions. Yeah, see, I've learned so much playing the game since these things. The problem is, both of these games, Italy and Japan, both started pre-release, right? And it's the same game. And now I look at it, I'm like, oh man, we would do things so differently these days. Like, how do I not have field hospitals and logistic companies? They're so good! It hurts so bad not to have this. So we'll see what we can do. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about tanks quite yet, because that's not how we're going to win things. We are going to hopefully be teching up the rest of the ship stuff. We are good on carriers. The important thing is we've got the carrier and destroyer tech. That's going to be the backbone of our army. How's our planes? We are up to date on all our planes. And we might do earlier research on this, especially the naval bombers plus fighters. We might start them sort of mid-43. Ahead of time penalty, sure, but that's going to be okay. Air doctrine-wise, we are not that far, but still researching. Naval doctrine, we do have all of the carrier stuff, which is great, and we might start picking up the rest of this as well. I suspect that we will. Engineering, we are on par there. Industry, oh, we're a little behind on our industry. We're going to have to go and check on that next time we get a chance to do some research. How are our focus trees? Mostly done. We're looking pressure Siam. We don't know what this is going to do. We're going to find out soon. We haven't picked Strike the USA. What's interesting about this one is it does give you 100 days of a massive boost to organization and recovery rate. So we want to time that when there's something really important that's going to happen. In fact, we might time it with like the invasion of the USSR. Or whatever. Candyman, thank you very much for the sub. And, oh, I think the tip came in as well. From Yukofin, invade Canada or South America is an excellent idea. Now, we are at war with Canada. We're not at war with South America other than the UK and Dutch holdings over here. Not Vichy France, though. So, there are some things we can strike right now, like the Panama Canal, for example, might be decent. And then United States and Canada may be very juicy targets. In Alaska, there's also a port there, a naval base that we could use as a forward line. Of course, our more immediate targets may very well be Midway. Which one is this? Is this Johnston or whatever? Johnston Atoll? Hey! And then some other little islands over here that if we take, we deny the Allies a bunch of bases, which is good. Plus, we can strike at Hawaii and then strike. Hawaii is really far south, but we can probably strike there. Alternatively, we may be able to strike the north. We're going to take a look at that relatively soon. My navy here, I don't remember if we're happy with our layouts. You seem to be, oops, a lot of subs in one group, which we could probably split up a lot. I don't think we need this many. So yeah, I'm going to take you. I am going to split you in half. Grab this group. And let's see. It's a little bit out of range. But let's do some convoy raiding. Hawaii Ridge, Pacific Line Ridge, and maybe West Polynesia over here. We should be able to catch some stuff, and that'll be good. Our proper navy. Well, we do have a few. We actually have a pretty big navy, and really, if we want to win a decisive war against the US, we do sort of want to group it together as one big kill pack. But we can't ignore the UK either. Nor necessarily our homeland defense. Say carriers, we've got a lot of carriers, and carriers do really well in the current build. What are you patrolling? Down over here, which I think is important for intel, which we don't necessarily want to lose. Are you just destroyers here in the Bay of Bengal? No, you're not. You're actually a proper fleet and everything. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to deploy against the US while ideally not losing control over here. Because clearly we have to do a big redeployment. Part of me is wondering if I just bring all my ships home and do a full redeploy, but that sounds a little bit crazy. Hey, Southern Wolf Studios, thank you very much. I love the stream. What's your thoughts on how World War II would have been if Mexico joined the Axis? It's actually very interesting. Because, well, the United States has a much bigger industrial base and everything. The fact that it would have to do a little bit more home defense might have shaken things up pretty dramatically. I don't know what the effect would have been. It's interesting to think about. And again, this is a real fleet. It's showing destroyers, I guess, because there's more destroyers than anything else, but it is a real fleet. So I'm thinking that I might group these guys all up, and technically we can reach, but barely. That's midway there, and we can definitely reach that. We could also grab some bases here a little sooner. Well, we already have bases in eastern Micronesia. So I'm thinking we do the naval invasion of Midway. So I'm going to put everyone on... Actually, everyone on patrol over here. Oh, units that reach their maximum. Oh, mission count. Yeah. So, halt. There we go. Halt first, then go patrol. Here, here, and here. And then we're going to work on doing a marine invasion of Midway. So, my Marines, what are you guys up to? Right. Still trying to do the Australia thing. We're going to be landing next to the port and then trying to move in instead of landing on the port this time and see how that goes. These are not actually Marines. This is the... well, you do have Marines in the group, but you're the Australian attack front. And you guys are positioning here. I don't suppose I can just rush in that way. Rush in over there. Do that. And why don't I take the Marines out of here? Oh, there's a bunch of them. Some of which are fighting. Whoa, there's tons of Marine units in here. I guess it's because I was planning for a really big attack. These guys should all be starving. They don't have the attrition yet. 14 divisions over here. Oh, do I have 2 armies? Oh, Army 9 is one of these guys over here, which... I think I'd like to send these guys to do something else. That front should be shifted. And that front should be shifted. And let's take this garrison. Tell it you're actually going to be on this front. And this garrison unit over here, as opposed to attacking. And you guys as well. Hold that line. Okay. So teal group, I'm going to colorize you to something different. It'll be a little easier. Dark purple. Yeah, there you go. Stand out pretty okay. All right, you guys are going to be doing a naval invasion. From... Where are we? I should probably grab this base along the way. So from here to there. Lock in. You got the 5 divisions. Actually, I'm betting it's undefended. But we'll get you in position. That's going to be okay. You guys are finishing that up, which is great. And we've got another Marine division here. Oh, wait. You guys are not Marines. What the hell was I doing with you? Because you're in garrison duty, which is exactly what you should be. What? Crazy people. So, do we have any other Marine divisions? I don't think we actually do. I'm just going to do a quick little check to make sure that none of these guys actually have any Marines hiding in them. And I don't think they do. Nope. The so-called France front, which isn't necessarily accurate. We might want to combine those guys. We'll take a look. So you guys are actually Marines. You guys are not. I'm going to new theater. Australia. Now, Australia still has some Marine divisions, but they're currently needed in that group, so that's okay. So we have 2 proper Marine groups. And they have missions. All right. Unpause. Run it relatively slow for now. Why don't you move up here? Be a little more aggressive with your movement. Oh, that's part of that. Okay, well, that's fine. You guys are moving away. I mean, that could cause us to lose that front, but we'll fix it soon. Now, hopefully we have enough sea control over here that our Marines can get to the island safely. Alright, you're doing that. Attacking there, but that's okay. And yeah, you guys have no supplies, so we should be able to mount an attack pretty well. French have accepted our demands. Oh! Oh, because, okay, last time, that's right. I said demand French Indochina, but we actually, it sends an event to the French, and we hadn't gotten a response yet. So they have said yes, which is going to give me control over Indochina, Laos, and Tonkin from Vichy, France. Grind, 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 grind. I think we broke the game. Oh, man. Oh, no, it went. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm going to save. Hold on a sec. I think it was just recalculating all the land. Same thing what happens at the end of a peace deal. It tends to, it makes a save, and I think it takes a while to resync. All right, what the hell does that do for us? Well, we're pressuring Siam. So the entire group of these French people. Oh, they're sitting in Vichy, France. Right, which are part of the Axis. Okay, so we don't need to be here. I think we were babysitting Hong Kong to make sure there's no problems. I'm going to rename this, instead of France, I'm going to rename this to Indochina. So we're going to keep that garrison there. You guys are proper troops. Any of these guys garrison types? Yeah. Okay, so let me merge you two together. And then take the garrison type units and make a new army. And the garrison type units are going to be on a very basic and very wide garrison area. They'll mostly just, you know, guard the few ports that we have here. So we do that. Or not. There you go. That's going to be good enough. Then these 8 dudes, some of which are low priority because they don't even belong to me. What front are you going to go on? I have no idea what I'm going to do with the rest of this infantry. First world problem. I have too much stuff. Now, I'm not in a war. What am I looking for? This one. Diplomacy. I'm not in a war here. I am in a war here, but not against Iraq or Saudi Arabia. I could make a run through here, but I'm actually pretty good on oil. It's probably easier having these guys be independent. We haven't checked trade this session. Actually, we do need more oil. And I hear Iraq might have some. And they do. Is there anyone we can trade with for the rest of the oil? The Soviet Union, which, honestly, I'm kind of in favor of. Yeah, let's just do that. And we can focus entirely on the U.S. We are in a war against Xiangqing. So, you don't seem to be supply locked. So, these 8 dudes, who are no longer part of the French border, are going to join the battle over here, which probably will put you above supply. But what the hell? Let's ignore that for now. Okay, that's good. We may need to keep some things near Siam in case they decide to not, you know, just bow down to me. Maybe this China front, which is arguably a little bit ridiculous. And yeah, we are getting pretty heavily attrition. Hold on. I'm gonna grab a lot of these, like, foreign troops. And some more infantry that are out of supply. And lighten that a bit. We will... So you're not actually part of the China group, but I think I'm out of... I can create another theater. Still, that's going to be okay. Let me give you a random general. And halt all your movement. You've got no orders. Good. Your offensive line is going to be Siam. With... Or your front line is going to be Siam with an offensive line to... That doesn't look good. How to make that front line not look so bad. I guess you can push in from the south, and that's okay. Sure. And just be ready to go in case we decide to declare war. Okay. Good enough. Meanwhile, Marines. You guys are moving there. You guys have... Ooh, Recon Company level 2. Are moving in here, including taking the port of Darwin, which is going to be important to not be cut off in supplies. That's going to be a nice little win. How much more does Australia have? They've got Perth. How much is this worth? 3 victory points. What's your national unity? 85%. Oh, that's pretty high. And if I check here and we look up Australia, okay, they're very close. 95% towards capitulation. I suspect if we take Darwin, which is worth 5 points, that might send them over the top. Research slot available. There's a lot of stuff we need. There's a lot of stuff we need. It would probably be really handy to have logistic companies added to all of our units. But, I mean, more industry is always critical, right? We haven't actually checked our queue. We are building more military factories. We've got a little bit of damage here and there, but actually not very much damage at all. Most of the stuff that's had the recent war over here, which is actually pretty nice. Why don't you guys do that? And yeah, okay, finish popping that. That's going to be fine. You guys are coming in over here. Like, really? Like, come in here, then take that, and that should be good enough. Feels like they're moving slow because we're not on very high game speed. All right, no naval combat has happened over here yet. We have a lot of fleets rocking and rolling over here. In fact, more than one of them is on a mission. So I guess what I'd have to tell you is get everyone to just move to here, and then I can merge you together. It's a little bit annoying. Yeah, okay, you're still doing that. Then finish already. Those guys. Be nice if you could click on the line and select, control click, assign selected units to this order. No. Control right click, select units assigned to the order. There we go. And do that. I'm going to tell these guys that they're actually going to be changing to be on this front line, but I'm going to tell them to finish this move. So it's going to be a manual move to finish that, then they'll reassign to the front line. They probably would have done that anyway. Japan demands French in China. Taking advantage of French... Yes, we already know that. We just did that already. I guess the news is just a little bit late. How are we doing up here? Slowly but surely pushing into Darwin. Okay. Good stuff. Now, the ridiculously big fleet. Select all of you guys. Must be in the same location to merge. God damn it, then just be there! Should be an easier way to merge your groups. Well, whatever. It's a giant mega fleet. Okay, actually, meet up over here. It'll be a little more centralized. Or there. Better. Alright, we're still working up our way to the invasion. What's this? Non-aggression pact from Finland. Sure, that sounds great, Finland. Air wings with no missions. Right. So we did deploy a bunch of air wings over here. Oh, it selects everyone, but they're in different places. Okay, let's get air superiority over here. So we'll assign everyone within reach. Well, that includes naval bombers. Cancel the naval bomber mission. Oh, actually, these are also from the Navy. Okay, so these are they're just carrier things. So that's okay. I guess it's because they're not on a mission. That's why they're being flagged. Normally they don't do that. Normally if the fleet is on the mission, then that's good enough. Okay, so we're going to have a massive fleet over here. And we're hoping to catch the American fleet if we can. Australia has capitulated! Boom! Wonderful. You, merge. Okay, then you're going to get a patrol mission here, here, and here. We're going to have total naval superiority so that we can advance our claims. And maybe we should, you know, spread out. Maybe we should do different things. But whatever. We're going to go for full-on ass-kicking. Japan! What's left down here? A little Australia, so we're going to have to do... They probably don't even have any units. But the Australian group over here. I'm going to take these Marines. Make a new group. Add them to the Marine group. And for now, their job is just going to be... Just to get closer, I'm just going to tell them to garrison over here. So the Marines will automatically make their way over. It's very convenient. Australia group. We are going to... Oh, I left a Marine behind. Never leave a man behind. There we go. Do that. That's looking better. So here what we're going to do is we're going to grab all of our garrison type units. Make a new group. And you guys are actually... So no orders, halt everything. And you're going to be on a proper garrison area. You're going to hold the coast. Wow, there's like literally nothing in that whole zone. Or there. Literally no... Oh, yeah, there is a dock there, but what about over here? I don't think there's any naval bases, so naval invasion here would make no sense. Alright, so go and guard that. That's going to be fine. So this other group here, I'm going to steal like 2 Marines. Make a tiny little Marine division. Halt everything you're doing. Do a naval invasion from here to there. Lock in and go when you get a chance. And how about New Zealand? Feels like this shouldn't be ignored, right? New Zealand gets ignored all the time. So let's make a little group of, say, 3. That's probably going to be plenty. Give you a random general. Halt all your orders. You're going to do a naval invasion from here to Wellington. There might not be anything. There might be stuff, there might not be stuff, I don't know. We may or may not have naval superiority here either. But we will try to get this started when we get it started. The Unknown South Jutlander, thank you very much. Hey, Quill, my girlfriend and I are enjoying a bottle of white wine while watching your stream, so here's a small donation to your whiskey and chocolate fund. Thank you very much. Whiskey, chocolate. Oh, I got hungry all of a sudden, just thinking about that. All right, free dockyards. So, we are still slowly building infinite convoys, although honestly, I'm just going to do like 2 a week to replenish losses, because we're doing okay right now. We will need more as we advance. We're doing Infinity Destroyer 3s, I'm good on that. Infinity Submarines 3, I'm good on that. Infinity Heavy Cruisers, let's finish this one and then decide what we're going to do. I think, and how are we doing? This is Navy experience? We've got, oh, the Super Heavies. Did we build the, yeah, we've got a Mark 1. I think we've built one. The Matty Ice, good. Is there another variant we could do? We do have a little bit more XP. More deck space, more armor, and a little bit more reliability. Oh, that makes it too much. Although apparently we're not losing reliability by adding deck space and armor, so we're going to do that. We're going to have a Matty Ice Mark II. And your default wing. I may as well go to 97 of 97. I don't know why they always seem to stop at 1 extra. Maybe there's a reason for it, but I'm not sure. Use an infinite amount. And honestly, it's probably okay to have this in infinite queue. But I don't know. Maybe if we improve our technology. I'll put a couple in there. And that's going to be all right. The Philippines. Oh, yes. Thank you very much for reminding me of the Philippines. Very important. You're absolutely right. In fact, our fleet here, I'm going to pull it back to do this.